what's up? It's me, Katherine, and today I thought we'd have a little chit-chat about on-screen musicals. I've gotten a lot of questions recently regarding my opinions on La La Land, if I liked Hairspray Live or Grease Live, what I think about the Wicked movie adaptation, which is apparently happening now, but we've also had rumors of it happening for like 10 years now, so I'll believe it when I hear more info on it because my heart has been broken too many times, Steven Schwartz. Please make it. So today I thought we'd just have a whole little chit chat about on-screen musicals. Also, if you're new to my channel, hello, welcome. My name's Katherine Steele and I put out a new theater related video on every Theater Thursday. Plus I do bonus uploads throughout the week, so if you haven't already and you'd like to, go ahead and hit subscribe. That way you get notified for all future videos and you get to join the Theater Thursday fam. First we take over Broadway and then the world. You can follow me at Kath_Steele on Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram, but without any further ado, let's talk about these on-screen musicals. First up, let's talk about La La Land. Personally, I loved it. I mean, anything in general, I really admire Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling. I think they have amazing chemistry together, but I also really loved the musical aspect of the movie. I know that a lot of people in entertainment and musical theater and Broadway weren't the biggest fans of La La Land. I can understand where they're coming from and their feelings towards not liking the movie, because obviously if you don't like something, you don't like something. That's fine and up to you, but personally, I really loved it. I think the biggest argument that I saw regarding La La Land is that Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling weren't necessarily the best singers or dancers, and my feelings about that is that they didn't need to be. La La Land wasn't a classic movie musical. It wasn't like a Shirley Jones or Gene Kelly. It also wasn't a modern musical. It didn't feel like Dear Evan Hansen or Legally Blonde or any of these like really big vocally pop rock shows. I saw it more as a movie that employed singing and dancing as forms of storytelling. So the fact that Emma and Ryan weren't necessarily the most trained singers or dancers didn't bother me, because that wasn't the point of the movie. We weren't going to see the movie to hear Emma Stone sing some incredible high note or see Ryan's splits or something. We went to see a movie. The job of the movie is to tell a story. So in my mind, the singing and dancing was just done as another form of storytelling. I really loved it. I have La La Land on DVD. I just got it for my birthday. Thanks, Mom and Dad. Additionally, I think La La Land is so important. So you've got the exposure factor, okay? La La Land being this big, especially as an original movie musical, not an adaptation, is helping to bring musical theater into mainstream entertainment. Think about the golden age, okay? Like during the 50s, everyone saw musical theater. Like if you were going to have a night out on the town in the 50s, you were going to see a Broadway musical. Not just theater people were seeing musicals. La La Land is really helping to usher in this era. And the fact that La La Land is so accessible, of course people know Hamilton and people know Dear Evan Hansen, but like how many of us have even been able to get tickets for either? Not me. But just about everyone can grab a movie ticket and see La La Land, or rent it off of iTunes, or watch it with a friend, or whatever. So that's why La La Land is so important. It's accessible musical theater. Even though it isn't necessarily like the paradigm of what we might see musical theater as, it's a really good entry level for people who might not watch musical theater at all. And that's also why I'm such a big fan of these live musical theater events like Grease Live and Hairspray Live, which, side note, I actually really loved those two. I have a feeling for a lot of people who saw Grease and Hairspray, that was the first live musical theater experience they've ever seen. Because again, La La Land and movie adaptations like the Rent movie are super accessible, which is great and we need more of. How many times do you get to see a live show? And of course, again, it's not exactly like a Broadway musical, but it's closer than what we've had before. Additionally, something else I wanted to throw out there is that I feel like a lot of people who do watch the live events and don't like them, it's because they have the Broadway show or the Broadway version of that show in their mind and they're comparing it to that. In my mind, they're two completely different animals. You've got a live Broadway musical versus a live television event, which has to be augmented to fit television standards, television budget, and all the other restrictions that go along with that medium. So I think that's also something to keep in mind next time you're watching a live event, that it's not a Broadway musical and it's not meant to be. It's something completely different. That being said, I think Hairspray has been my favorite live musical so far. I think it's also kind of the truest that we've seen to a Broadway performance. We had a lot of Broadway talent, or we had a lot of people who had the potential to be Broadway talent. And again, another question I get is, what do I think about these like Disney people or mainstream media people that get thrown into these musicals who maybe don't have Broadway or even just musical theater experience in general? As long as they're not awful, I'm cool with it. They have the draw to bring in more people to watch this event. Which, here's the thing, if you get more eyes watching Hairspray live or more eyes watching Grease live or whatever live event is going on, that means it becomes financially viable for the network to produce more of them. If we keep supporting these live musicals, we have the potential to turn this into an annual standard. Big networks are going to start producing more and more live shows. Movie companies are going to start buying the rights for more and more musicals. People who aren't necessarily watching musicals start watching musicals. By bringing musical theater into the mainstream, you're supporting musical theater in general. You've got higher audience attendance rates for regional and professional theaters. You've got more people experiencing the magic of community theater. You've got more support behind funding for the performing arts in public education. That's why bringing musical theater into the mainstream is so important, because it benefits all of us. I understand the anger that it might not be exactly what we're used to, but hey, more musical theater and more money for musical theater is better than no musical theater at all. So that's my feeling and 2 cents on this whole situation. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. If you like this video, or if you want more videos in this same style, go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up. I hope you guys are having a great day. I love you so, so much. Break a leg, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!